That is nice and secure, and that is flush, and there we go. Now that is starting to look like the body of the Megazord. Let's just zoom out just a little bit. There we go.
Alpha, the Falcon is back. Prepare for him a hard work with attitude.
Hello and welcome to the next episode of Build the Megazord, where we're looking at issue 42 this time, and we're continuing with the pterodactyl build, and let's hope it's less stressful than it was last week. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, tune into last week's video and find out how annoying that got. And we do get quite a lot in this issue, starting with this lovely accent part here, and it's actually got moulded grooves. Can you hear that? Lovely, very, very nice. Basically what you need to do is you match up the spokes with the holes, and we just push that in. Lovely, he says, a lovely nice bit of detailing, he says, when I can get it in correctly. There we go. Ooh. There we go, 2 massive clicks, and that lovely bit of detailing is into the pterodactyl like that. Now, you have noticed that over the last few weeks I have been saying we're putting loads of parts together and we're not screwing them in. Well, I was correct. At some point they were going to be screwed in, and that some point is now. So let's reassemble all the parts that are meant to be on. We have these 2 red parts here that sit in there like that. We have the head of the actual pterodactyl, which I'm just going to fold up and place in there like that, because that is where it will sit. And then we get these wonderful white parts there, which will sit over everything and make sure everything is secure. But before we do that, I'm just going to take this part here, flip it around this way, and what we need to do is push one of the bottom wings of the pterodactyl. Do we push it in or do we just hold it in place? I think we push it in, but again it's very tight, which is good, means it's secure. There we go. So that is quite loose, it sits loosely on there, but we push that in. And that what we need to do is flip this around, make sure it all lines up, maybe move the pterodactyl head out of the way, and he says, hoping everything lines up correctly. I think it does, yeah, there we go. Click it all into place, and you'll see that it's really starting to come together. I think actually we are not doing this side this time because there isn't another one of these fins. So we're just going to leave that for now. And what we're going to do is screw this part down. And there is that all screwed in, and there's just one more final screw that we need to do, and that is this fin screw just at the bottom here. Line it up, in it goes, just to secure that fin in place. There we go. That is nice and secure, and that is flush, and there we go. Now that is starting to look like the body of the Megazord. Let's just zoom out just a little bit. There we go. Now there's not too much left to do in this issue, believe it or not. Oh, there we go, look at that. We've got the inner workings, and you can see that next week we'll put this one in and it will look great. We've got another loose part, which for now just sits in there like that. And again, I'm sure we will fasten that properly in the weeks to come. But the final part that we're putting in is this glorious pink accented part here, which is very iconic, of course, and it covers up these two black screw holes in there, and we just get that and we just push it in. I imagine it's going to be loud clicks again, or not. Make sure it's all lined up properly. There we go. There we go. Oh, look, it just melts in. It's flawless. There's no seam lines at all. Utterly fantastic. And then, of course, when we have the pterodactyl head out like that, it just looks amazing. And then next week, I imagine we'll be doing something with this wire and the lights of the pterodactyl, and then we'll be attaching that white part in there as well. So a shorter one this week, which is quite nice after the madness of last week, but the pterodactyl is really coming together now. I'm loving how it looks. I mean, look at that. That side is all done, and just look at it. It's just flawless. You've got some lovely detailing here. You've got this part here, which is, it's going to be a screw for the wing, so that's still exposed. Lovely detailing, the lovely head that is, you can have in any position whatsoever. Just utterly fantastic. So yeah, short and sweet this week, but I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope you join me next week when we are continuing with the Megazord build and doing more of the pterodactyl. So until then guys, take care, bye bye.